Hello guys and welcome back. Oh guys, manze, it's been a while. Yeah, kuna watu wameni-inbox mzee Willy ulienda wapi? Wilson, teacher Wilson the filmmaker, umeenda wapi? Where did you go to? And then I'm like, wow, guys, I'm around. I've been out and about, but I'm around. Yes. So should I say welcome back, or should I say I should just greet you and then continue? Fine. It's okay. Thank you for welcoming me back, and for those who are looking for me, and for those who are asking me if the lessons are continuing online, yes, we are back, and this time round with a bang. Can you hear the bang? Hey. Oh, Miss Bang. I am back with a bang. Hey, then, oh. Yeah. It's that bangish, yes. So anyway, so thank you so much for those who've been asking around, and those who've been following and asking questions, and tumekuwa engage in emails, tumekuwa meet some of us when you meet physically, and yeah. So guys, I'm back. And we are doing this, and we are continuing with the journey. So, of course, people will want to ask like, so what have you been up to? Umekuwa ukiprepare nini? But first, before we go into that, guys, nataka niwashukuru sana. You know, you guys are so amazing. And especially for people who came up for the Film Clinic first edition. Oh, I'm so sorry. Sikuambia thanks. But I've come here back to just say thank you. Yeah, it was a sabbatical month because we're preparing a lot of things, and we've been preparing a lot of things for you guys, and you guys are not ready. You're not ready for what is coming. Yes, so a lot of things are coming up, and you guys, I believe you'll be excited to see what we're trying to build here. Okay? So now, what is the exciting news? The exciting news is that we have Film Clinic Edition 2 coming up. Yes, it is ready, very prepared. And people will ask, what should we expect in Edition 2? Because Edition 1, you talked about pre-production. You talked about a lot of things when it comes to budgeting and stuff like that. But now in Edition 2, what are you teaching us? For those who have seen the poster, you've seen this poster, okay? So this poster, we are talking about legal literacy in film and content. Yes, legal literacy. So of course, mtu anashangaa like sasa kwa nini nikuwe educated na mambo ya legal literacy? During the meeting, like during the first clinic, we had people ask questions, and some of the questions that stood out, even after finishing the clinic, the questions that really stood out, zilikuwa maswali za kuuliza about this legal stuff. Okay? So, being that people asked about that so much, nearly feel, yes, we need to tackle it, and we really need to have a discussion around it. So, what are we bringing on this film clinic this time round? We are bringing people who have an experience in the legal section. My lord, my learned friend. So let me call you now my learned friend. Okay? So you, my learned friend, we have a lot in line for you. Number one, we will be having practitioners in the industry who practice the laws that deal with things to do with intellectual property, things to do with copywriting, things to do with coming up with contracts that are very that are favorable. So, what should you expect when you come to learn? When you come to learn in this Film Clinic Edition 2, you're going to learn about contracts. We're going to talk about how do we write contracts. Okay? Yes. Of course, we tend to assume ati ni rafiki yangu kuja tukae tuandike. Yes, it's okay. I know it's your friend, but it's very very important to protect your friend, because your friend si amekuja na amekuja mna shoot sinema. Sasa kama mna shoot sinema, kwa nini msiandikiane ile kitu ambayo mnafanya? Hata kama ni free, muandikiane tu, useme nimekubali mimi work for free for this guy or with this guy on this particular project. Okay? Yes. Now, we'll be learning about how to come up with contracts, how to come up with MOUs and agreements, because there's this bit of people collaborate. And when you collaborate, don't collaborate with just word of mouth. Okay, it's very okay, it's okay. Like, huyu ni beshte yangu namjua nini, but it is important to, when you're collaborating, at least do it as like, put it somewhere. Write just something. Just write something. You say, tumeagree, huyu kwa hii content akona rights ya hii much. Okay? Yeah, so we will be learning about that. The other thing is we will be learning about contracts zenye zinapeanwa kwa actors, and especially having to come up with a way that we want to build a pattern of actors being paid even if their content goes elsewhere, like easy things to do with royalties and stuff like that. We will have that discussion, and we will be having producers in the house and people who are in the industry who will really take us through some of those lessons to easy to understand, like, okay, fine, what are we supposed to do when it comes to contracts? How do we give contracts to crew? How do we give contracts to actors? And how do we give contracts to collaborators or form of agreements on the projects that you're working on? Okay. Yes, so it will be very important, and see you then when you come. The other thing that you're going to learn is about licenses. Yes, I know shooting, the way I'm recording, is a business, and it's recognized under the law of Kenya, under the Cap 22, the Cap 22 of the Kenyan Constitution. And this Cap 22, it talks about the Film and Stage Play Acts, and basically talks about the audiovisual aspect of creation. And this is one of them. So unfortunately, the law was made in 1963. But we are operating in 2025 when the world has evolved. Guys, come, let's have a discussion. And how can we enlighten our legislators, these members of parliament, to understand and bring amendment, a new act that will feature things to do with this digital aspect we are seeing right now, things to do with AI, things to do with the evolution of creation, content creation. Because film as an audiovisual aspect is captured. But when it comes to content, there's this bit of content creation. You just take your phone, you go shoot, and then you post it online, and then, yeah, it's done. So that aspect ndio haijakuwa covered vizuri, na hiyo ni aspect yenye tutakuwa tunaiongelelea pia, na have a discussion. And then if you have suggestions, manze, come through so that you can be able to push these suggestions to recommend kwa the relevant source organizational bodies to go and work on them. Then the other thing that we're going to learn about is permits. Understanding permits. So permits zinapeanwa wapi? Permits zinapeanwa aje? And especially if you're a filmmaker who is looking forward to doing documentary, to doing feature film, short films, kuna hizi permits ambazo zinapeanwa in the spaces za when you're doing production. So you will need to understand where do you go get these permits, because people normally ask, like, sasa hii permit nitatoa wapi? Si nika tu mtu wa shop anaendaga kwa kanjo apate permit yake ya kupiga kazi. But now you as a filmmaker unatoa wapi permits zako? We will be learning about that. Then another thing is copyrights. Things to do with copyright. How do you protect your work? Because unapataga sasa sai kuna a lot of things that are happening. And Kenyans, you're very interesting people, because kijina tu kinatokea, tumeshachukua hiyo jina, tumeanza kucheza nayo, tumecheza nayo, alafu tunaenda tunaitupa. So kuna jina kama Bazu ilitokea, somebody had a copyright around it, and it is Willy Saraburu as a copyright of the name Bazu. Alafu kuna saizi majina kama these masheng names that are coming up. And then say nasikia 14 supu, sijui nini. Like there's a lot of things, and when it comes to copyright, how do you protect or even patent that product yenye umetengeneza? So wewe ni umetengeneza, umecreate content and you want to really patent it, or when do come up na idea fulani ya kutengeneza kitu. For instance, imekuwa ni maybe a style of lighting, a style of shooting, a style of doing a particular creative thing. So how do you copyright or patent it? Okay? Yeah, so that is what we will be discussing. And then the other thing is about data protection, just a bit of it, because I'm not sure so much about this law, but I really want somebody to also just enlighten us about this thing to do with the data protection and privacy, because I think right now we are subjecting a lot of people to a lot of things that are really affecting them. Mimi naweza enda tu au nimetembea tu vizuri, mtu wa TikTok ananikuta ananisimamisha, ananiambia ati hebu taja girlfriend yako tumpigie. Okay, and then if yeah, whatever happens, you guys know. But anyway, so we will be having a discussion around those things, and after that discussion, of course, we will go into something to do with practicals. Yeah, tutakuwa na session yenye tutakuwa tunajaribu kuangalia hizi camera gears, tutakuwa na equipment za light, tutakuwa na equipment za sound, just to check around, like to make sure that whatever we are teaching you hands-on, like hands-on on the gears. So we'll have a moment to be able to, we'll have we'll have facilitators or people who will help in training to kuonyesha ISO, aperture, and vitu tu kama hizo za shutter speed. How do they apply when it comes to shooting and filming? And yeah, so that you don't go out here. Mimi nataka by the time unatoka hiyo class, you are a very learned friend. You will be a very learned friend. So, see you then, guys. And remember to register. Yeah, because we have limited slots only for limited spaces because of the number. Last time mlitokea wengi, mlitokea bana. Nyinyi wase wazi. So this time round pia, we are welcoming you, but it is first come first served. So ukiingia pale kwa website, upige registration, upate imekuambia imefungwa, manze usitulaumu. Kuja book hiyo kitu mapema, and if you don't get a chance, we are still creating more and more of these classes. And if you really want us to also just come in a town near you, simona email hapo, yeah, just email and let's have a conversation, or also reach out to the number on your screen and let's have a conversation, manze. Tusome, tujieke knowledge, tujue hizi vitu, si ndio wadau? Yeah, you guys are so amazing and are super amazing. I really appreciate for you, for waiting for me, for looking for me, for continuing to support this particular channel that we are growing here. And guys, see you on the day of Film Clinic. You are not ready. Yes. Yeah.